We are here at Costco looking for the best deals for January and February, and particularly the incredible price discounts we are seeing on these TVs just in time for Super Bowl Sunday 2026. Oh, and here it is again, folks. Look at this. Here's that TCL 98-inch TV that we showed you at Black Friday. But guess what? If you bought it on Black Friday, man, you got scammed, because look at this. And the price is only good until February 8th. But holy cow, this was $19.99 at Black Friday, which was already a pretty good score at the time. But apparently the prices of these have really dropped now that the supply has caught up to the demand. Look at this. They've already got them sitting here on the carts, ready to rock and roll, and ready for you to install this on your family room wall just in perfect time for Super Bowl Sunday 2026, my friends. Holy cow. I cannot believe this thing's down to $14.99 already. Yeah, so if you bought this TV here and you paid more than $14.99 in the last 30 days, you should be able to go back over to the customer service counter and they'll refund you the difference. I've clawed back hundreds of dollars from Costco many times over the years. But if your budget isn't quite up that high, or maybe you don't need as big of a TV, check out this one here. So this is the TCL 65-inch class, and it's a 4K, and it's a QLED. And QLEDs are my favorite type of TV because look at the brilliant picture on these. And look at this. Again, you have until February 8th, $379.99. So I'll put a link to this TV here down on the View Products button here on the lower left, or sometimes it shows up down below here as we're talking about it in the timestamp that we're talking about it. You'll see it show up. And you can order it from other stores as well online if you can't get into Costco and get it at this price. And I'll do the same thing for all of the other TVs that I'm going to show you here as well. But you guys know me, I prefer the LG TVs because of the magic remote. Yeah, so here's one of LG's middle-of-the-road models. This is a 60-inch class 4K TV. And this one here is also down to $369. And you have until $222 on this one. But remember, if you're buying this for Super Bowl Sunday, you want to get in here now or see what they're going for online. You will also try to put links to online stores down below in the video description for you. And another good model to have here for your Super Bowl Sunday 2026, these here are your Samsung OLEDs as well. Yeah, so right here you can see we have the 65-inch on the bottom, and then up top right above it is the 77-inch. And I got to tell you, both of these TVs, looking at this soccer match right here, have just absolutely incredible pictures on them. I mean, just look at the clarity of this picture on the 65-inch and above it on the 75. Holy cow. And just think, if it looks this clear like this, just imagine how that Super Bowl football game is going to look. Now, the pricing here, they brought it back down to the Black Friday pricing. So look, the 77-inch is $19.99. And then the 65-inch, they lowered it down to $13.99. So this was the same price at Black Friday. Beautiful screen. And I just can't get enough of looking at these wildlife videos on here. These 4K images, oh, very colorful. So for most people, I would say the 77-inch or the 65-inch would be ideal for your room. But I gotta tell you, man, everybody keeps coming over here and standing here and staring at this 98-inch. I might try to find room on my wall in my family room for this beautiful TV. And I'll give you the same reminder I always tell you about, is when you get the TVs here at Costco, you get a 5-year extended warranty with them as well. Now, I know a lot of people like the Sony Bravia as well, and that one's on sale this month at the Costco January to February deals. And again, this is only good until February 8th, Super Bowl Sunday, so you want to make sure you get yours in. If you're going to order it and have it delivered, that's probably the best way to get it because of the size of some of these. Just have it dropped off at your house. And talk about bang for the buck. If you want an 85-inch, the Samsung Crystal UHD. So this one's 85-inch TV right here. And you can see this member-only savings is $799.99. So this is good until February 8th. And like most of the big screen TVs here at Costco, this also comes with the 5-year Allstate protection plan at no additional cost. Normally, TVs here come with a 2-year extended warranty, but whenever they run deals on some of these bigger screen TVs, they will often include that 5-year warranty. And you know what? It's pretty hard to find a bad looking TV these days. All of these images are really good on every one of these TVs in here. But guess what, folks? Hisense is beating every out right now because they've got a 100-inch class TV. And man, is this thing absolutely huge, and beautiful images on there as well. And then of course this comes with a 5-year warranty as well. But look at this, it's down to $14.99 until February 8th on this model right here. And they must be expecting a lot of people to buy these because they have a massive pallet filled with these sitting out here, ready for Super Bowl Sunday. The other one here that's in the ad for January to February is the Samsung 85-inch class. This is also a 4K TV. And again, beautiful image. And as I come way over to the side to see how good the wide angle view is, it's perfect. You can see it does very well here. But look at this price, $7.99. This is also good until February 8th. And continuing on with the high-tech deals for January and February of 2026, we have the Shokz Open Run SE headphones. So these are bone connection sports headphones. So these are designed to fit around and kind of just fit right in front of your ear like you see here on the picture. So this is better for people that have sensitivity issues and don't want to have the earplugs stuck in their ears. I get itches a lot sometimes. So these are $30 off, down to $69.99. And then here in the laptop deals for January and February 2026 at Costco, we have $200 off on the Dell Inspiron 15.6-inch touchscreen lap. And so this is good until February 22nd as part of the normal member savings coupon book for January to February. But you know, at this price, you're only getting 512 gigabytes of the solid state RAM. So I prefer 1 terabyte. If you're going to be doing any video processing, you're going to run out of space before long. So that's why I always tell people to get the most amount of disk storage that you could possibly get. And so that's where this one comes in. So here's the Lenovo laptop right here. And this one, as you can see, comes with, see, 1 terabyte of storage right there. 16 gigabytes of memory. It's a 16-inch machine. And so this one is $200 off, down to $599. Man, I came by here looking for more silver or gold bars because this is where I bought it at Black Friday. You remember I bought that silver Liberty bar there, that 10-ounce silver bar for $6.50. I just sold it on eBay this week for $999. I made over $300 on that just because silver has been shooting up through the roof over the last month. But I came in looking, and a lot of people came in looking today looking for silver bars or the gold bars or the gold coins. Nothing. And here you can see they did get in all of the furniture finally. After Christmas, all of these started coming in. Of course, nothing's really on sale yet, but here's that sectional. This is the Carmelo fabric. It's a power sectional. These are $19.99, as you can see right there. So these just came in. They're not on sale yet, but I imagine if they go on sale, they'll probably come down $200 or more. What's really cool about these is when you look at this, it looks just like leather until you put your hand on it, and then it just feels like, it actually almost feels like leather too, but it's a cloth. I mean, this is a good way to go if you don't want to spend all that money on leather. But I can tell you, when I bought a leather sectional approximately this size, a little bit smaller, from my house, I think I paid $3 or $4 grand because it was real leather. I'm not going to waste your time showing you any more of these because none of them are on sale yet, but just so you know, they're in, and just get ready for when they do come on sale. And then looking for small appliance deals here at Costco for January, February 2026, we have the Ninja Auto IQ blender. They call this the Smoothie IQ blender. And this is what you're getting right here. And as you can see there, it's $20 off, down to $59.99. And then here they're doing a flash sale on the Ninja 8.5 quart possible cooker with the Pro Temp IQ. Now, what's interesting, sometimes you can find a display model only that they're willing to discount even further, down to $59. But normally right now, this is a flash sale that's good until March 1st on this. And so it's actually $50 off, from $129 down to $79. That's the normal price of these. But if you can find a display one that they want to give away here at a little bit less, here it is. And also in the January, February coupon book, here is the Shark Navigator Lift-Away Powered Fins Vacuum. So this is a corded vacuum, and it grips in and captures embedded hair. So if you have pets, this is probably the vacuum for you. And you can take it portable with you up the steps. Very easy to carry. Even easier on your pocketbook is that price right there. Look at that, $50 off, down to $149.99. Now, if you do any entertaining here, you're going to love this one here. This is the Bella ceramic griddle with a warming tray. And so there it is right there. And so you have a little warming tray right there. And I like how they show it on the box, you know, with the burgers up top, and you can keep the bacon in there and warming for your entertainment. So look at this, $49.99. But what I like here is this one here is being closed out. This is the Chefman warming tray here. So this is down to $29.97. So if you're doing a lot of entertaining, you can put some of your casserole dishes and stuff like that on top of it and keep it hot and fresh for hours. It's a 21 by 16 inch surface on here. And the 97 means that it's being marked down, my folks. Talk about reaching down to the bottom of the barrel on this Darth Vader Death Star deal. So this closeout item is the Mickey Mouse here, the Disney waffle maker. And there you go right there. It'll make some of your characters for you. This thing is down to $19.97. Also, if you're going traveling and you want some cheap suitcases, here you go. Here's your iPack 2-piece hard side luggage. So these are just hard shell plastic. You can see these are made in the USA too. And for the January to February member savings deal, it's $30 off down to $129.99. And in the home remodeling deals here at Costco for January, February, I got to tell you this, man. I bought this last time and I absolutely love these. This is the Infinity X1 3-pack of your under-counter lights. You see these three right here? So these right here are so unbelievably cool. They're magnetic too. So in my garage, where I'm getting ready to make a video showing these also, in my whole new garage setup where I bought these cabinets, these steel cabinets, these will magnetically just stick by themselves. You don't have to put any magnets or anything on them. They're built into them and they will stick to the bottom of your cabinets. And even the switch right there, the on-off remote, is portable and magnetic and it will stick anywhere you want to put it. It's just amazing. So I have these like, they're not even showing the use that I made for these. Like they're showing them in closets here. You can see they're showing it using it on staircases or under your kitchen cabinet. But I also have them inside my cabinets where I have all of my chargers in there in the big locker units. And so by doing that, it lights up the inside too, and just incredible set of lights here. And you can even change the color. I think there's 3 different colors, and these are all chargeable by USB-C. This is an incredible deal here. Now, if you can't get it here, I'll put the link below, or you'll see it pop up on the View products, and you can get it elsewhere online. But what an incredible product this turned out to be. I was very happy with this. I might buy a second one for the other cabinet on the other side in my garage. And then this flash sale here ends at this store on the 28th. It's 2 days from now in January. $10 off. But you know, sometimes they roll these flash sales around the country, and in your store they might be different, or it might be coming on, or maybe yours already came and went. But I'm going to be doing a video on installing this Lutec light, how to install a porch sconce light. So be on the lookout for that video coming up soon. And it comes also with the tall faucet. So this just came back in. So these are $289.99, but watch for them to go on sale. They usually go about $50 off. And it's that time of year again, folks. It's time to evaluate your smoke alarms and make sure your house is safe from fire. So the First Alert smoke alarms are out now. And remember, there's 2 different kinds you can get. The wired kind, so if you have a more modern house where the newer codes require them all to be sort of networked together from wire, you can get this package right here. It's a 2-in-1 smoke and carbon monoxide alarms, which is awesome to have the carbon monoxide built into it. And then you can also get it as this kind here, which I have in my house, the 10-year battery. So it's only once every 10 years do you have to deal with this. You just mark the date on there, on the little sticker on the back, and stick it up there, and it'll last for 10 years. You don't have to do anything. Set it and forget it, my friends. As you can see on the upper sign, the hardwired combo smoke alarm is $15 off down to $64.99. And then the battery version is $15 off down to $59.99. And so as you know, anytime we were dealing with smoke alarms, batteries, fire extinguishers, all that sort of thing, I just wait until I see that sales sign go up before I buy them. There's no reason to pay full price. Oh, and here's the Kohler Hydro Rail. It's funny, I just bought this just before Christmas. I still haven't installed it yet, so I got to get working on that. Maybe this weekend I'll get to it. I'm still working on that big garage organization video where I installed a whole series of garage cabinets and everything, and tips on how to organize your garage. So that's been taking up most of my time. But this here, you can see $50 off. This one expires, well, actually, it says January 19th. Yeah, so this came off of the ad, but in this store, they're doing it as a flash sale until February 2nd. So you want to see if your store, your local Costco, if they were doing the same thing. And I'll let you guys know on the next Costco run through here how well this did. And I might even do a short video on the installation of this. And with spring cleaning coming up, folks, I know some of you up north are still not even thinking about spring yet because you're mired in snow and ice. But the filters are back on sale again. And these are the premium allergen ultrafines, the 2500 series. And I just have to give you my standard warning. For some people, for some of your machines, these may not be the best to have because at 2500 they restrict so much that it even restricts the airflow a little bit. And some AC techs will tell you that it can sometimes cause problems with your system, or you might not be getting enough airflow coming out of it. But those of you who have allergies, you have no choice. You have to get these kinds of filters. And so there you go, $10 off down to $34.99. And check out this kit. This is the Hodo Flexible Cordless Spin Scrubber. So you can scrub all sorts of surfaces with this. And this is a Costco flash sale deal right here. It's $10 off down to $39.99. Now this one's bound to cause some confusion for you folks because this is the awesome Milwaukee 31-inch hand truck. Now don't confuse this with Milwaukee tools that you see at Home Depot, even though it comes with the same color of red. So that's going to confuse quite a few people. But this is a 3-in-1 convertible hand truck with an 800-pound load capacity. And these here are flat-free, puncture-proof tires, which I love that. You don't have to keep messing around with them. And it has a foot lever release here as well. And there's all your different positions that you can do. You can use it as a hand truck there, or you can use it as a push cart. So multi-position for 1 or 2 hand operation. These are in the current flyer for $25 off down to $99. Cha-ching! So I want you to go and check your fire extinguishers, and I hope you have at least 2 of them in your house. Maybe one in the kitchen somewhere or one in the garage, but it should be somewhere where everybody knows where it is. And you check in with everybody, make sure everybody knows how to check the dial and make sure that you're in the green zone on your dial. And if not, it's time to buy one, and they just happen to be on sale, $10 off right now. This says here that on this flash sale that it expires today at this particular Costco, but you never know. Let me see. But yet on the sign here, yeah, see, yeah, because see, this was in the December to January before, and this, I don't even know why they still have the sign up because this ended on the 19th. But sometimes they'll do that. When a sale ends, they'll keep it going for another week or two as a flash sale, which is exactly what they're doing here. So double check at your Costco to see if they're doing that as well. And for some automotive deals, if you're looking for new wiper blades, you got here the Michelin Guardian, the beams. So these are $3 off, and these are good until February 6th on this flash sale. This is not in the regular January to February members savings coupon book. This is a Costco flash sale. Oh, and check this out, folks. If you're doing some remodeling inside and you just need to run 2 conductor wire, here's a massive, massive reel of 12-2. And, you know, with the price of copper and everything going up, to get this right here, this 12-2 copper wire, this right here is 500 feet, and it's $249.99. Well, you have the, see, if you're doing 3 conductor, where you have the line voltage black and the neutral white, and then the copper would be the third one. See, now 12-2, this is the wiring that I use all the time. This is what everybody uses. Man, this is a score here to get this big old thing like this, because normally you get like 50 feet at Home Depot for like, I don't know, $60 or something like that. So it's iffy as to how much your savings, but it's great to get a whole reel like this. And remember, so this is 12-2, and because it's yellow, this is 14 gauge wire. So this is meant for lighting. It's not meant for 20 amp outlet circuits. This is meant for 15 amp lighting circuits. So make sure you know the difference. So if you start digging through your walls and you see you got white cables in the wall, you don't want to mix these with those on the same circuit. Now, a lot of times at Costco, I'll show you a lot of this fitness equipment during the Black Friday season, and you can always tell what doesn't always sell as much as they thought. And this one I thought would have sold a lot more. This is that walk and work treadmill, so people like to use this while they're at work or getting their steps for the day. But look at this. They're trying to get rid of it now, and on this flash sale that's good until the end of January, you got $100 off down at $299.99. These walking pads are very interesting, and a lot of people will put them at work under their desk and from time to time stand up and do some steps on it for 5 to 10 minutes, or just walk or answer emails and stuff like that to make sure they're in that zone 2 max fat burning zone. Zone 2 cardio walking is the most efficient way for you to burn fat. Ignore anybody that tells you to go do heavy amounts of aerobics or cardio or running real fast on the treadmill. Walking is the most efficient and easiest form that's open to everybody. And even though some of you are still stuck in the frozen snow, look at this. We're already preparing for spring and summer with the Blackstone 28-inch XL griddle with the hard cover. Look at this thing. Oh, it's massive. That's what you can cook on there all at once, man. A huge feast. Now, this is a flash sale item that also ends on February 8th, Super Bowl Sunday. So here you go, man. $50 off down to $229.99. Hey, this is nice here too. These hydrangeas, these are nearly natural, is what they're called, hydrangeas. So they look like they're absolutely real. Yeah, these just came in and they're $29.99. And check this out. So nearly natural also makes this faux 4-foot cedar tree. It's also UV resistant. It's a 2-pack. So you can put this right outside your front door, put one on either side. You never have to worry about it. You never have to cut it, feed it, or do anything to it. And these are $79.99. And those of you that know artificial plants, you know the CG Hunter plants. And I got to tell you, this olive tree looks just absolutely incredible, man. This thing looks so real. And I like the vase that it comes in. Very simple, very warm, very earthy like. And you get the fake olives and everything. I mean, this tree just looks so real. This would be great like in the corner of your living room or right next to your couch. So these are $349. These just came in on the 21st of January. So I would recommend just waiting to see if it goes on sale. I would imagine these would drop $50 if they go on sale. And so all of the dining sets are starting to come in now, but they're not really on sale except for this one over here, this 5-piece right here. This is the Bayside Furnishings. This is the Sophie 5-piece dining set. It's a table and 4 chairs. And the chairs seem to be a very comfy cloth. See, I like chairs that are upholstered on the bottom and on the back. I want comfort on my back. I don't want wood, hard wood on my back like these are. Now this whole 5-piece dining room set right here just hit the floor on a flash sale. And so these are $200. And so these are $200 off down to $599.99. Hey, and check this out. This is the first time I've ever seen True Classic here at Costco. They're doing an event, so they actually have a guy here on the other side. But look at this. If you get the long sleeve Henley, the 2-pack is $39.99. Or if you get in this special event here, they got the True Classic bomber jacket for $49.99. Or also at this special event here, you can get the 4-pack of the short sleeve shirts for $49.99. I believe these normally go for like $30 a shirt if you go into one of the stores in the mall. See, there's your bomber jacket there. Now you can also get these as a Henley for the 2-pack. Now the Henley has just the buttons that come down about 4 or 5 inches. And I've heard, let us know in the comments, but I've heard that a lot of women don't like the Henleys on guys. Maybe if you're a big buff dude or something, it might look good. I don't know. But I'm getting today, I'm going to pick just the standard crew neck, which is just a regular around the neck, no buttons or nothing. And so this comes as a 3-pack actually, as opposed to the Henley over there that comes as a 2-pack. See, here's the bomber jacket right here. This is the only one they have here is the black. It's a zip up. But here's all the other different colored tees, and I gotta tell you, they feel very, very comfortable. I believe they are more for the guys who are pudgy, that have the kind of dad bods, like you see this dude here. See how he's kind of a little bit stocky? Because it's made to be a little baggy up front, but a little tighter up on the chest. So for those of you who are starting to gain weight, so even though I'm kind of a thin, lean guy, I'm trying the small version of the t-shirt just to see how it feels. Now, as part of my other video that I'm working on the garage organization and everything, I actually installed a small shed and a small deck box outside, but I'm looking for another one. This could be a good one to get right here, because this is a 170 gallon. And it seems to be a little bit bigger than the other one that I set up. This is a little bit more plain looking. I had gotten that really nice looking better one that's out on my rear patio because I wanted to make it look even decorative. But I can put this way off in the corner of the yard to store things that I hardly ever use, certain other large tools and vacuums and things like that I can throw in there. But this is really nice. This is a 170 gallon. So this is 61 inches wide. It's 28 inches high and 28 inches deep. So this is made by Lifetime. Like, here's the box for it right here. It'll probably take you about an hour or so to put it together. Now this is $149, and I got to tell you, you can't beat that price, man. $149 for a 170 gallon deck box is incredible. I believe for my Keter I paid $179 or $169 over at Sam's Club, but the Keter one does look nicer than this. This is a pretty decent one. But the Keter one is a lot more rustic looking and wood and very fancy. But both of these, they look at pretty much exactly the same in the way they operate with the hydraulic hinges there. So a deck box this size, as you can see from some of the sample video that I'm going to be releasing on an upcoming video on my garage storage, you can see how I put, how I was able to store all of the tiles from the roof in two different pop-up tents, and then a whole bunch of wood and other tools and stuff in there. And what a great idea for, these are so useful to free up space in your garage, because look how much cubic space of storage you're getting out of here. You can put your fertilizer spreader in there, you can throw your weed whacker in there, you can throw your blower in there, and holy cow, folks, all of the mums are in. $11.99. It's just an entire aisle of these mums. Here's another great one for your outdoor home and garden. This thing is beautiful, actually. This is called the Bond Calia Lily Fountain, and this is just beautiful. I like this little vase. I like this vase that it comes with, and the river rocks in there, and see the water just sits up there, and I guess it starts at the top and it will flow down from one down to the next. This is really cool looking. And as you can see right here, these just came in a couple of days ago, and these are $189.99. I would imagine they would probably drop either $25 or $50 if they ever put them on sale. And this thing is funny. I don't even know if they sold any of these roosters. You put something like this, I don't think something like this really belongs in Costco, but I showed you this at the Black Friday time frame. They got some of these in, and I don't even know if they sold a single one, but they're at $66.99 right now. And of course, they got the beautiful Cedar Craft self-watering cedar planters are back in stock again this year. And they come in, here's your box right here. And these just hit the floor at $149.99. This is the ceramic planter with the bamboo stands. It's a 2-pack. So you get both of these here, and the price is blocked, but it's $27.99 for this set. But if you have some larger planters that you want to be able to move around instead of dragging them and scraping your brick patios, you got here the Inside Outside Garden Plant Caddy 2-pack. So what these are, see, these are your little kind of a metal plate. These are a steel planter caddy, and it's got wheels on them, and they even lock. So that's pretty cool. I like that novel idea. So if you have a big heavy planter, you can put it right on there. And so this kit is very reasonably priced at $29.99. And then if you want to spruce up your driveway or the sidewalk leading up to your house, you have here the 4-pack of these solar pathway lights with a rotating light effect. So let's see, there's just the static right there. And if you do rotating, you can see how it kind of moves around there. A little hard to see on the video, but it does sort of rotate around. And so it probably kind of changes the lighting around as it's moving on there. And so this is what it would look like along your driveway or your sidewalk. Nope, that was not it. So here, these just came in here at $29.99 for these bollard lights. In the past, Costco used to give us these different ones from Tommy Bahama, which were interesting too. Similar design. And another good one you can get here too. There's 4 of them in this kit. So this is your solar pathway lights from GT. And this has more of a retro kind of a bulb look to it, which is kind of cool. And so these solar pathway lights are $36.99. And with all of the weed and feeds in stock now, I cannot believe how the price of these has shot up since before COVID, when I used to pay $49.99. Now look, they're up to $64.99. At this point, I don't even recommend anybody buy weed and feed, because first of all, everybody knows it's the biggest scam known to mankind, because it doesn't kill any of these weeds in my yard. This weed and feed is supposed to kill your broadleaf weeds, stuff that's round, weeds that don't look like the grass, but they're round or whatever, and it has zero effect. The only thing I buy it for is the fertilization part, and it fertilizes my lawn, and it does a good job for that, but I'm not going to spend that kind of money for it. I'd rather just go with that. So until this comes on sale at like $49.99, which it did the last time, don't buy it yet, just wait. Yeah. And so if you don't buy weed and feed expecting it to kill your weeds, okay, you won't be disappointed. I bought these last time I was here thinking that these were going to be just like the Girl Scout Thin Mint cookies. They weren't. It was some kind of, as you can see, it looks like some kind of overly processed little dry bark-like texture, and it was just, ugh. Nobody I gave it to liked it. I was very disappointed, because they make it look like it's the cookies, but it's not. It's the inspired flavor. So it was a lot of false advertising, I think, on that. I mean, look, if you enjoy it, you enjoy it, but it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. It just tasted like dry fudge. So I had the first one out of the package, and I just never went back for any more, because I just did not like these at all. And so keep in mind, with Super Bowl Sunday coming up, man, Costco is always the powerhouse when it comes to all of the utensils and plates and stuff like that. You might want to look at getting them here first, because they're going to be way cheaper than the stores. And here's something you might consider getting. I did something like this years ago, because here you can get these thick plastic plates, which are much better than paper plates. Why people would use a paper plate these days, the really flimsy ones, is beyond me. But anyway, for $13.49, you get this kit. It's 50 count here, and they're thick plastic, and you could wash these off. Now, you can't use them in the microwave oven, but you can hand wash them in order to reuse them if you so desire. That way you can save on dumping more stuff into the landfill. I think this is a lot more environmentally responsible. And when I'm coming in there, I'm going to get that $4.99 rotisserie chicken. Where else can you get a whole cooked chicken that cheap? Oh man, story of my life right here, folks. They don't always have them, and they always run out of them on me. Oh. Now, with all of the different chips and the snacks that you can get at Costco, the one that I highly recommend the most for you for your Super Bowl party here is the Siete, the grain-free tortilla chips. These taste just as good as the Tostitos. And you know what else here? See, they made it with avocado oil instead of that cheap vegetable oil, the inflammatory oils that stay in your body. If you want to do your friends and family a favor this Super Bowl Sunday, make sure you give them this instead. Oh, they got these back in sale again too. This is the Norsk reversible flooring. These are those foam flooring tiles that kind of fit together like puzzle pieces. These are very popular with homeschoolers or people that run nurseries, stuff like that. Even if you just want to put some down in your garage to kneel down on, they're incredible to have. So these are 0.79 inches thick, as you can see right there. And some people make their own little workout mats on them as well. Now this is a Costco flash sale item. This is not in the members coupon book. So $8 off down to $24.99. And the Safe Catch tuna, where they screen for mercury, is also on sale too. So whenever it goes on sale, I'll pick up a 6-pack. And of course, the CeraVe is on sale for much less than the price that you would get it for at even Target. So this is a big deal right here. Oh yeah, these are back on sale again. I love these. I use these from time to time. So this is your magnesium glycinate. So if you take these before bedtime, you will sleep much, much better. When you take magnesium, that relaxes you and helps you sleep better. And magnesium, your body doesn't absorb readily, so it needs that glycinate molecule to accompany it. But look at this, you're on sale again, $4 off down to $12.39. And for some of you older folks that might take this, if you find yourself getting up in the middle of the night, you might want to back off on the time when you take this and maybe move it closer to dinner time, like 2 or 3 hours before bedtime even. And as part of my Costco haul here today, you can see I started off with the true classic long sleeves crew neck 3-pack. Hey, and if these lobster tails taste pretty good, I might come back and get some more of these for Super Bowl Sunday. $83.94 though, pretty pricey, but these are wild cold water and they're from Canada, so they can't be that bad. And it does not say previously frozen either, like some of the other ones used to say. These just might be fresh. And pretty much the only kind of salmon I can get here that's wild caught is this here, the wild sockeye. Although I'm not really as big of a fan of the sockeye as I am like the Norwegian salmon. But you can't beat that price, and at least it's not farm raised. So we'll see how this tastes. I'm going to cook this out on my cedar planks out on the grill because cedar plank smoked salmon is my specialty. And you know I have to get this every time I come here, the grass-fed beef patties. The only thing is you always have trade-offs in life. So look at this, 80% lean. I wanted to get 90 or 95, but you can just never seem to find the right combination of finding 90% or 95%, but yet getting grass-fed. So that's what kind of stinks about burgers sometimes. And man, do I love my shrimp. This is another good one to get for Super Bowl Sunday. But look at this, 17 bucks. These used to be like 14 around COVID time. They've gone up in price pretty good too. And I saw these here for the first time. I thought I would try these out here. These are the Green Ridge Naturals beef sticks. So what's cool about this is it gives you a quick 16 grams of protein. So I try to shoot for 40 grams of protein in it at my breakfast. And so if I'm only at like say 24 or something because I had the chicken bites, I can top it off with one of these and that'll take me up to 40 grams. See, these are those chicken bites I was telling you about, see? This here only has 24 grams of protein. So if you're a growing boy like me, man, you need at least 40 grams. And Chomp's beef stick is another good one. So this is how I fine tune and dial up my protein. So if I know I only had 30 grams of protein, I can grab one of these smaller beef sticks and that's 10 grams. So that will round me up to 40. You see that? It's all about dialing up your protein, folks. And the same thing here goes with the foppa. This is that smoked salmon that I always buy when I get here. So 5 small slices of this gives you about 11 grams of protein in the morning. And my chicken skewers was on sale again. So these also give you 24 grams for 2 skewers. But if you eat 3 skewers, you're at 36 grams. That's what I usually do. And they finally got back the organic Greek yogurt plain. This is the way I get it. Normal fat. Don't ever buy the yogurt with your low fat on it or non-fat. Make sure you always buy the yogurt with the fat in it because that's how you get the probiotic benefits of it. So this is one of those fermented foods that they tell you to eat every day because it helps you with your gut health. And this will enable your intestines to better absorb the nutrients from your food. And finally, I was able to get the perfect combination here, the free range and organic grade A eggs. So I picked up 3 dozen of these guys. They're gonna look nice in my refrigerator and even better in my belly. And no trip to Costco would be incomplete, of course, without getting your seasoned rotisserie chicken. Yummy. And I hate to do this to my friends up north because I know many of my friends up there are freezing in the ice and snow, but it's actually 80 degrees down here and sunny. Now this I thought would be an interesting snack to try out here. The pasta chips with penny marinara. That'd be interesting to see how these taste. Yeah, and of course it has all of your inflammatory oils, but you know, I just figured what the heck, I'll try it one time. We're allowed to snack once in a while. And I picked up some of these too, the Siete grain-free tortilla chips, delicious and healthy. Kirkland Signature Organic Extra Virgin Olive Oil, and this is from Italy, my friends, in the glass bottle. All the best combinations you look for in a olive oil. And this time I'm getting 2 bags of Honey Crisp apples so I don't run out. Now I know some people will tell you, oh my God, don't eat apples, they got fructose, it's making you fat. No, it's not. Those people don't know what they're talking about because you're getting fiber, you're getting nutrients, you're getting vitamins. What they're worried about is if you drank apple juice with sugar added. And you know, I can't just think about me. I have to keep the kitties happy too. Oh yes, and I bought the big bag of the asparagus today, and the reason why is look how nice and thick these are. These look like they were grown on the 3 Mile Island nuclear plant. Oh yes. I do not like skinny asparagus. I like them nice and stocky and beefy. They're easier to cut and easier to eat. And of course the CeraVe went on sale again, down to $19.99. Even at their $24.99 price, it still beats the heck out of Target's price on these. So getting the 2-pack of this is brilliant, but getting it on sale at $19.99 is even more brilliant. Oh yes, we got the organic strawberries this time. Yummy. And whenever I can, I try to get my bananas organic, and I try to get them green. The greener they are, the lower it will be on the glycemic index when you take them. But I usually have these right before my workout as my pre-workout meal, about an hour before. And so I will often combine it with protein, like you see here, 20 grams here from the steak, and then I'll have to get the rest of the grams of protein from elsewhere. But whenever I'm having carbs before my workout, I always try to make sure it's accompanied by protein. Sometimes on the way to the gym, I'll pop 2 of these Aussie Bites because it's a great way to get some good oatmeal, dates, and other stuff. Now it's got like 4 or 5 grams. Let me see how many grams of sugar. Yeah, so on the weeks that I'm trying to make sure that I'm bulk up and I'm getting enough reasonably decent, healthy calories, this one here is not too bad because each one of these gives you 15 grams of carbohydrates before your workout. And there's only 4 grams of added sugar. I mean, that's certainly workable and doable for many people, especially if you're going to work out right away. And I always like to buy a couple of bags of avocados because I have avocados every single day. I have an entire avocado. Good source of healthy fats and fiber. And I thought I would give these a try too. This is a new product from Aussie called the Aussie Bar that they just got in here at Costco. And so this has banana walnut, and there's 20 bars in here. Now, keep in mind, yeah, this is processed food, but it's not total junk like you see with some of the others. And it does have 5 grams of added sugar, but I don't do this as a snack. I would do this as a pre or post-workout meal to replenish the glycogen that was used, or to give myself some carbs for energy. I shoot for between 60 and 80 grams of carbs before my workout. And as long as you're active and you're getting in your steps, 8 to 10,000 steps a day, and if you're working out, you should be able to consume your body weight in grams of carbs. So in my case, about 170 grams per day. You don't need to be on a 0-carb diet to lose fat. Because you've probably heard the saying, folks, that fat burns on a carbohydrate flame. But look at this, we got sauerkraut too. This is another great fermented food to have that aids your digestion. It aids in your this aids in your gut health, and it gives your bacteria what they want. If you make your bacteria happy, they will make you happy. And I also picked up blueberries while I was here. And got some Hippie Organics organic raspberries. And continuing on with the seafood and protein. Look at this, my favorite, the mussels cooked in garlic butter. Oy! And you can tell by looking at the label there, this one's strictly protein, very little carbs, no sugar. And I, of course, picked up this beautiful faux hydrangea. This thing's gorgeous. I might put this in my garage on my new set that I'm working on for my studio. And every once in a while, when they put the Safe Catch yellowfin tuna on sale, I'll buy it. This is the stuff that's tested to be mercury-free. I don't think there's really any issue with mercury. Some people really freak out over it, but whatever. By the way, it's always a good idea to walk your cart back to one of the corrals if you can. Saves the guys a lot of trouble. I used to work as a bag boy in high school, so back in the day, I knew how much work it was to collect all these carts, especially on a hot day, and especially if it rains on a hot day. Ooh. Oh, and check out the price of regular gas. It's down to $2.56. I think I paid like $2.79 when I was here at Christmas time. So basically in 3 weeks' time, it's dropped about 25 cents or so. Oh man, I better hurry. It was like nice and sunny just a minute ago. I was showing you how beautiful it was. And now we got a storm brewing. Look at these fast-moving clouds. That could be a funnel cloud in the forming right there. I'm going to keep my eye on this puppy.